Alright guys, I thought I should take a recap of what I've done so far. I'm to the point now to where I've already ran my electrical all the way around all the walls for my outlets. I've got some outlets down low and some outlets up high. And what I'm doing, I've got two different circuits running through here because I didn't want to have an issue where I have a lot of things plugged in and then I start tripping breakers. I don't want that issue. So even though I'm running 12-2 wire on a 20 amp circuits, I wanted two of them because I just didn't want to worry. I didn't want to have any issues with tripping breakers. So that's why my lower outlets on the lower side, those are all one circuit. I've got two per wall, so there's 1, 2, and then one there and another one there. So each wall has two on the bottom. And then sometimes I would put like one up high here, one up high here, because I think this area is going to be where I might have some workbenches. And so obviously I want some power up high for like plugins of, I don't know, charge batteries or whatnot, whatever. I wanted plenty of options. So I got one down low here. We come over here, I have one low there, and then, oops, one higher here because I'm guessing I might have some kind of bench here. I'm not sure, but like I said, I just wanted plenty of options. And since I don't know exactly where I'm going to put everything, that's why I had to just kind of do my best guess at where I would put stuff. So that's kind of the lowdown on it. You kind of see how I've done. I have one hole and I have two different wires coming through it. Two different circuits. That's going to be one circuit. Now I have not hooked this circuit up yet to the breaker box. So I wanted to show you guys how I do that. Just kind of showing you. Okay, now here, this is the plumbing from my future sink, my shop sink. I just, obviously I'm going to have to do that, finish that out at some point. But I think once I get this top circuit ran in the breaker box, and so that all these outlets are live, then I'll be able to, finish sheathing my walls with, well, there's a sheet of OSB right here. So this OSB comes in, 4 by 8 foot sheets. So my plan is to just go 4 foot wide, kind of like this right here. This is an example. 8 foot tall, 4 foot wide. So let me kind of explain this, what's going on here. This probably looks dumb, and this was an experiment by me. When I first started, I wasn't sure how I wanted to frame this out. It's not the traditional way of building a wall, but it doesn't need to be, because I'm not building a traditional wall. I have plenty of structure through the metal framing here. I just wanted something I could put my ply or OSB up against, and something that would hold my electrical, something that I can put a little pressure. I can hang stuff on. If I want to hang a shelf or whatnot, I can. Because I'm going to tie this OSB into that purlin there. See, I'm just going to screw it into self-tapping screws. I got 2 there. Actually, I got 3 in that one, but I don't know. I may stick with 3 or whatnot. But so this was just an experiment by me. I went on this one. I went 4 foot between, and I put a piece here, and I was doing double studs here. Then as I was thinking about it and trying to calculate how much I would need to continue, I was like, probably would come out cheaper in the long run if I just did every 2 feet. Every 2 feet, I put a stud, and this is a treated 2x4, pressure treated. So I have went and put anchors. You see, it's anchored to the concrete there. Every board is anchored twice on each end, so that's not going anywhere. And it's obviously it's treated, so I don't have to worry about no rot. So everywhere I could, I went 2 feet spacing. That way, that allows me to, start a board here in this corner. A sheet would land here, 2 feet in the middle. I know where to screw, 2 in the middle, and then 4 foot right on. It's gonna land right here, and then another sheet will start this way. So I can just screw in this way and then screw in this way. I just thought that would be the easiest, cheapest way to do this and still get some good strength out of it. Because then because again, it's not really load bearing from the top. All my strength comes from these here. At the top, I did come in from the top. Let's see. I put a self-tapping screw, metal to wood screw into there to keep it from going like side to side. So it is stuck in place. Same with these on the bottom. I drilled, what do you call those? Pocket holes. I made pocket holes in each board so they could connect to the base plate there and not move left and right. Because in my opinion, that's good enough. Alright guys, so we're above the breaker box. These are the two circuits I was talking about earlier. This one right here is the one I ran a while back, and this is the one I've just ran more recently. It's the upper outlets and then the lower outlets here. So let's ignore this one for a second. And we look back here, this is this back one right here. It comes down, and by the way, I've got this breaker, the main breaker is shut off, so there's no power running through here. Just so you know, FYI, I mean, it would be really dangerous otherwise. So I'm not completely stupid, but anyway, let's move on. So that's how I've got it. It's kind of bends out here. This is a new what do they call this? A ground on neutral type. So the ground and the neutrals go into this singular bus bar here, and then your hot leg comes in here. It comes into the breaker. That's how I've got it. Now I'll do the same setup to this one. I will. Oh, I wanted to mention these right here. I just went to Lowe's and picked up these. It's a clamp type connector for NM wire. It's a 1/2 inch knockout size. So I knocked out these small little knockouts here. That's what I done. I just knocked them out. These things pop right in, and then it allows you to. It's got a threaded like washer nut on the bottom there. Locks this in place. Then you shoot your wire through, and then you just get these little screws and tighten the little screws down, and that locked it in place so it doesn't move. And then now I will work on hooking this up to this breaker right here. All right. I think I'll start with the ground and the neutral. Let's see. I don't know that it matters. Since I don't think it matters too much, I'm gonna put a bend in it right there so that it can hook into this one. It's too long, so I'm gonna trim it. Trim it about right there. I've got my. I bought these cheap little wire strippers off of Temu actually. They done okay. Good enough, I guess. Then I need to get my screwdriver. Actually, I got to loosen this screw so it can slide through. All right. Then tighten it down. Alright, give a little wiggle, don't move. Now I'm ready for the neutral here. I'm going to kind of get it where I want it, put a bend in it, right about there. Okay. And I'm going to cut it off about right there. Yep. Then I gotta strip some wire off. So it's a 12 gauge. So I'm going with that little number 12. I'm going about a 1/2 inch. Okay. Twist. All right. So I now have this trimmed up, but it's ready to go in this slot here. But of course, I forgot to loosen this screw a little bit. And then it should slide in there, and then tighten it up. All right. It ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna pull on it. So now all I got to do is deal with the hot leg now. By the way, if you hear this background noise, that's my about 18-month-old son. He's running around here with his little walker. Sorry about that. Alright, now I gotta trim this up about like this, strip some wire about like that. Okay, just like this. Then just gotta feed it through this. I probably gotta loosen it up. Yep. Loosen that up, and then I'll give you a close up here in a second for the people that want to see it. Alright, so guys, I ended up just taking the breaker loose. seemed like it would make it a little easier for me to get that hot leg in there. Then just to install it, all I gotta do is kind of hook it on this side first, and then it kind of snaps in on this right side like that. Just push it in, and it's done. It's that simple. Alright, so just a close-up of what I've done here as far as the hot leg to the breaker. Looks like that and that. Those are my two circuits. I want to make this a 15 amp circuit, and I'm going to come off this and go to my lights in the future. I just haven't done that yet. I have this just kind of prematurely installed here. This 30 amp, 240 volt. I'm still on the fence about this. I'm considering putting a 240 leg somewhere like real close by, maybe over there. Putting a 240 volt outlet just in case I get a welder that needs it, or basically that's probably it, a welder. I don't know what else I would need 240 volt out here for, but I'm still kind of up in the air about that. All right, guys, I think I'm ready to do the test now. Make sure I did all my work right. So this is off, these are off, but I'm about to flip them on. Those are on now. Let's flip the main breaker on. Okay. I don't see any fires. I don't see any explosions. I don't see any arcing. Let's just got my voltmeter here. Let's do a little voltage test. If I can do this with one arm or one hand, let's see. Let's see what we got here. 125, 26. So it's above 120. That's what I want to verify. That it's above 120. And there we are. All right, that works. So let's verify that the higher one works. Let's see, how am I gonna do this with one hand? All right, you have to just trust me. I'm getting 128, 129. I gotta hold it against my chest. 127, 128. Over here, what am I getting? 127, 128. All right, it's a success. All right, guys, so I think I'm ready now to put some wood framing right here, and I want to mount this double gang switch box right in this general area, so that when I come in, I can come in the door here and just look to my right and just flip a switch, and all the lights come on. The reason, and I did go with a double box because I want separate switches for the interior lights and the exterior, like porch lights. I just want them on different circuits. Alright, I made a mark 48 inches from the floor to there. I'm going to put it at the bottom of my box. I'm going to position it where these little tabs are offset. Right there. And hammer it in. Alright guys, so I finally went and got the OSB sheets that I need for my walls here. And off camera I went ahead and put these two sheets up right here. Just so y'all know, I am trying to leave a gap, a small gap between these sheets because sheets can, these wood can, contract and whatnot. So I do want a little gap for that. And I'll show you guys the screws I'm using to attach to the 2x4s underneath. I'm using these deck screws. They're what are they, 1.5 long. And then for the very tops up there, I'm attaching to the metal girts or purlins, whatever they're called. I have these self-drilling screws, wood to metal. I'm trying these out. Hopefully they do pretty good for me. So we will see. They're good so far. This was a little tricky here, having to use my jigsaw and kind of measure and cut that out, but yeah, all in a day's work. So I picked up, there's my sheets there. I picked up 20 sheets, and I'm hoping that's going to do me for the whole interior here. But yeah, let's get at it and see. Alright guys, update time. So I've got most of the OSB walls put up, and of course I trimmed out everywhere there was an outlet. I trimmed out, boxes for those to go into. And all I really like is this section over here. And why? There's a reason I waited to last, because I needed to go pick up some fittings for this drain pipe and this where the water will come in. I had to go buy some fittings. So anyway, I'm about to do that right now. Try to put an elbow on this, come out the wall, and then with this PEX also put an elbow on that. So again, this is the first time I've ever done any kind of plumbing work. Never done it in my life. So let's see how it goes. All right, guys. So these are the supplies I have right now. I have this PEX 1/2-inch tubing for the incoming water. Then I have this 2-inch pipe for the drain, and I have an elbow to go on this. And then I have 2 of these for the PEX line. I have 2 of these 1/2-inch by 1/2-inch elbows. Then I have these shark bite PEX clamps, 1/2-inch. Thankfully I had a buddy lend me his crimper tool. Hopefully I can figure out how to use it. Should be pretty easy, I think. Then I have a medium clear PVC cement and the purple primer. I think it said instructions said 1/4 inch to 1/8 of an inch away from the end. So then I'll put the crimp tool in the jaws. Let's see. I guess that's it. I'll give it a pull. It ain't coming off, so I guess that's tight. Alright. On to the next one. Alright, so this extra long piece right here I'll put this clamp on the end of it, like that. Yeah. About 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch from the end. Then I'll stick it on there like this. This elbow. Okay. So I made a mark about 5 inches where I think it would be coming out the wall, and I'm just going to make a cut right here, put another elbow in it, and go up. And I'll probably make it too long for now, and I don't know exactly what kind of sink I'll get or how high it'll be, so I'll just kind of make it extra long, and I'll cut it off later when I get my sink. I'm ready to do all that, but let me start by cutting this off. Alright, so I realized a minute ago that I should have waited to put this joint on and go in where it goes up. So that's going to make it a lot harder to get the OSB wall on here. Because I wanted to just make a hole in the OSB wall just big enough for both these pipes to come through. Now it's going to make it a lot harder because I have this on there now. I mean, hey, this is a mistake I made. I want to be transparent about it. I wouldn't want to cover it up or not show this part, but hey, it is what it is. Just gotta work around it now. Anyway, now I've got my this return pipe cut. Now remember I do have it cut probably way too long, but I'm not sure the length I needed for my future sink, so I wanted it extra long for now. And now I just gotta put it in this elbow part right here. Alright, so you remember that mistake I was talking about earlier where I should not have put this on before putting the wall on? Yeah, so I'm going to attempt to fish that through the hole that I've made and that and put the wall in. Let's see how it goes. I've made about a 4-inch hole in this OSB. Let's see if I can do it. Alright guys, I think I'm going to wrap this video up. I've got pretty much all the walls done as far as just installed. I am considering painting them. I'm considering like staining them. Please give me your comments and leave some comments and give me your suggestions on what I should do. Should I paint them? And if I do, what color would you recommend? Or what other options would you have for me? I am leaving this open right here for now because I'm thinking about running my fiber internet in the wall some way in this general area. So I was like, well, why put a wall up and then having to not poke a hole in it when I'm not exactly sure how I want to run it. So I'm waiting on that for now. So just recapping, here is where I did the plumbing for my future sink. Of course, it's way too long now because I don't know exactly where it needs to be. You know, this PEX is way too long too. But hey, I mean, I was glad I was at least able to get it in there installed, seeing how I'd already put this on. And yes, the hole is way too big, you know, also, but I can live with that. I may patch it with something later. But yeah, if you have some like suggestions for, you know, I don't know what kind of color paint I should go with, or should I leave it natural look, or should I stain it? I thought about like sanding all these words and whatever this from the manufacturer is, sand all that off and like stain it in some kind of way if I can. You guys let me know in the comments what you would do if this was your shop. And also, please give me recommendations. If you have recommendations for like shop lighting, I need to install lighting soon. And you know, would you go with UFO lights, or would you go with like the beam style lights? And yeah, what brand would you go with? If you have any experience or recommendations, please drop them in the comments below. I'd appreciate it. All right, guys, I thank you all for watching this series. Stay tuned for part 3, where I'm hopefully gonna install the lights in the ceiling, as well as the front porch lights, and who knows what else. But yeah, guys, thank you. Have a good day.